Hello everyone, welcome to another Pixel, and today we're going to be talking about pulmonary embolism, a fan favourite for examiners, including myself, in writing questions and testing students on this particular topic. So let's get to it. Diagnosing a PE isn't very difficult, but questions about investigating PEs can be quite tricky, until you've got your head around it, of course. So we're going to talk through some of the key investigations and also decisions about what type of scan to do. So hopefully we can make this easier. The first thing when you're suspecting someone with a potential pulmonary embolism is to carry out a Wells score or a PESI score. But Wells is probably the more likely one to be tested on because it's got more evidence and it's more established. So here's a table with a Wells score, and you've got a number of different points for a number of different parameters. And this tells you the likelihood of whether someone's got PE or not. D-dimer serves some function. Of course, a raised D-dimer makes you suspicious, especially in the absence of other diseases, as to whether someone's got a PE or not. Notable exceptions to note, of course, are pregnancy. Really, if someone is pregnant and they've got a high Wells score, then D-dimers aren't very useful with regards to investigating a PE. So don't be derailed with a D-dimer. An X-ray is the mainstay of PE investigation, and that's more to ensure that they haven't got any other causes for their symptoms, such as a lower respiratory tract infection. ECGs are of course important. The most likely situation that most people find is that they have an ECG that shows sinus tachycardia, but you have this weird rhythm known as the S1, Q3 or T3. It's sinus rhythm, of course. However, you have a deep S wave, which you can see here, or you've got a deep Q wave, and you've got a deep Q wave and a deep T3. I've ever really seen it once in clinical practice. I got pretty excited, but I mean, you know, they had a PE and it was pretty obvious they had a PE. So maybe not much for excitement. Scanning. This is where most students falter. CTPA versus a VQ scan. Now I've looked at the guidance and I thought I'd just create this particular slide and simplify it as much as we can. Avoid a CTPA in a patient if they've had a previous contrast reaction, that's the more obvious one, if they are a female under 30 years of age, that's important, or if they are pregnant. And that's of course because of radiation. And that's it. So if they have any of these three factors, or if they have a previous contrast reaction, etc., then go for a VQ scan. If they don't have any of these, then go for a CTPA. And that's it. That's our discussion on pulmonary embolisms. So hopefully that's been useful. Of course, ask us any questions if you wish. So until next time, see you guys.